MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Today, we've got a contest out of the National League East between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. It's Marlins baseball, and it comes your way next. Jose Arena gets the starting assignment for the Fish in this matchup. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Leading off the
Striding in, Billy Newhouser. He will lead this one off today.
Number 31.
First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to left. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And the Phillies are able to get things started with a leadoff double.
If that's any indication, I think we're going to see some aggressive at-bats in this one. Take the first pitch of the game? No way. He squared it up and winds up on second base after a nice line drive. Great opportunity to get on the board right out of the blocks.
At the plate, Cesar Hernandez. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play.
Hey, not a bad year for a second baseman. There's some really good two-sackers out there, but second basemen aren't typically where you expect to have one of your better hitters.
This is pulled into right. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Michael Franco. He's been such a consistent performer this year, and coming in, he's right up there in the National League leaders in hitting. I love watching this guy play. I hope he puts on a show in this game.
Here's Bryce Harper now, and a chance to add to his National League RBI lead if he can deliver right here.
And that's what you want from your corner outfielders. Not every guy fits that mold, but you got to love having a guy who can stick out there and just let him mash when he comes to the plate.
From the stretch. Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Castro. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product. Rhys Hoskins comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series. Here's the first pitch to him. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw to the plate. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. And they will slap the tag on him heading back to third as he really got stuck out there, and the inning is over. Phillies down on just 4 pitches. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Nick Pivetta gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Stepping into the box, John Birdie. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Nope. Ball 1.
Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Matty, we've seen some good baseball in the first 2 games that is set, and expect another close one here. Both of the first 2 games decided by 1 run.
You know, Dero, when you get in these series like this, when 1 run means so much, you like to be able to be the team to score first, but both these games have been very close, and it's going to boil down to who gets the big hits in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
No doubt, one guy worth focusing on, El Toro, Pedro Alvarez. He had 20 ribbies last month. That's RBIs. That's ribeye steaks. However you want to put it, he drove in 20 men. When you're doing that over the course of a month, that's some pretty consistent hitting.
first offering on its way. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. One out, nobody on. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He will give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base.
Anderson.
Settling in now, Brian Anderson, to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June.
Runner, yes.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. A diving effort as it's off his glove. On the recovery throw is in time to get the out at first. What a heads-up play. At the plate, Pedro Alvarez. His career numbers in this matchup. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line drive to center field. Herrera is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. One left for Miami. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Digging in now for Philadelphia, JT Realmuto having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a line drive. And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League, currently third best. Now at the plate, Maikel Franco. 9 at-bats for him in the series so far, and he's collected a pair of hits. First pitch of the at-bat. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, if you hate D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
Realmuto on at first, nobody out. This is in the air out to right. Guerrero moves over, and that's the first out of the inning.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. At first base, Pedro Alvarez, former #2 overall pick out of Vanderbilt University. Not known for his glove, big-time power, though. That's why he finds himself in the lineup.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Head-to-head with Jose Urena. He comes in hitting right at a 300 clip. From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Sierra's under it. 2 down. So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. First delivery to him on the way. No balls and 1 strike. McCutcheon, or just Kutch as he's frequently referred to. He was selected in the 1st round back in 2005.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick. If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Here's Starlin Castro. He's been productive at the plate in the series with 6 hits coming into this one. First pitch on its way. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. It'll be a leadoff single.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Into the box now, Gabby Guerrero, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Guerrero, a former Cincinnati Red, he was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off season.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Ready on 1 and 2. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Nobody out, runner on first. Swinging a soft liner, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And today my spotlight's going to shine down on Cesar Hernandez, second baseman who can really turn the double play. Has got super quick feet, great reaction time. Guys love working with him up the chute.
Now at the plate, Brian Holiday. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. He's set. Here it comes. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper giving chase, but it's the center fielder who gets there, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Digging in, Magneuris Sierra. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. First offering on its way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Slow little roller to third. Gonna be a tough play. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Marlins leave 1. Will move to the 3rd with no score. So stepping in, Nick Pivetta, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Nick Pivetta.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounder down the line at 3rd. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
Standing in now, Billy Newhouser, as he'll cut on and miss at a good slider at the knees for strike 1. He doubled to open up the ball game. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Third inning, no score to this point. Line to the right side. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Now that's second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Into the box, Cesar Hernandez. He swings and grounds it to short. Rojas takes it in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Digging in, Jose Arena as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The pitcher, Jose Urrea.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now the fastball is swung on and missed. Down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike 3 called. And on 3 pitches, he's your first out of the inning. So one gone now as we give you a look at where these two teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Ready now for the Marlins. John Birdie, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. 1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. The 1-1. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Newhouser comes up with it. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step. And now it looks like they want some time to review that one here, so they'll check with their replay guys. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
And indeed, they will elect to challenge the call. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will review the play from all available angles to come to a final decision.
All right, so here's one final look at it. Now remember, there has to be indisputable video evidence in order to overturn the call. He was called safe and probably could go either way, but I don't think there's enough right here to change the call.
And we'll get our answer here as the headsets come off and the runner is safe. So the ruling is confirmed and they'll lose the ability to challenge for the remainder of the game. In now, Miguel Rojas. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
But he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Brian Anderson.
In now, Brian Anderson. First pitch on its way. Grounded back up the middle. Reined in. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. One left for Miami. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Striding in once again, Bryce Harper. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Birdie is there to put this one away, and perhaps an over-anxious Harper is set down on the first pitch he sees. Good time now to check out the Marlins Road to the Show report as you see a couple of players in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves as of late. So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Rhys Hoskins. First pitch coming. Here it is. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Castro ranging into the outfield. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. So next to the plate for the Phils, JT Realmuto. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Realmuto behind with an 0-2 count now.
0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Go Marlins.
The 1-2 pitch. This is flared right back over the mound. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Stepping in, Pedro Alvarez. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
1-1 now the count of the Marlins first baseman. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away.
The batter, number 13, second baseman.
Into the box now, Starlin Castro. A base hit in his first trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Hit on the ground out to short. Newhouser scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
So striding
Number
forward
65.
now, Gabby Guerrero. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB. Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That long dart felt so good.
Oh, Dilo, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Stepping in now, Brian Holiday, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The 0-1 delivery. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. That nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
There is Franco. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Marlins leave 1 through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Gabe Kapler during the commercial break about the Phillies offense. And he told me that they have to find a way to be more patient at the plate. He said that although he's not against swinging at the first pitch, today they're doing so way too often and at well-executed pitches. As a result, 6 of their at-bats have resulted in outs on just the first pitch.
Thank you, Heidi. Stepping into the box, Michael Franco. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Michael Franco.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box now, Odubel Herrera. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Birdie has a play, and that's the second out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 22.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. First pitch of the at-bat. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. 1-1 to Andrew McCutchen. Shin high. That's taken for a ball. Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
2 out, nobody on. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Nick Pivetta. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder. Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
Into the box, Billy Newhouser, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. Halfway home, still no score. Welcome back to Miami as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
The center fielder, Marjorie.
Here's the first pitch to him. In there, no balls and a strike. Sent on the ground out to second. And there's one down now. One away now for the Marlins in their half of the fifth. And in to hit next, the pitcher, Jose Urena. The pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
And a minimum effort at bat that time as the pitch is taken for a strike. Three called, and he'll go back to focusing on pitching instead. 2 away now.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
In now, John Birdie, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The windup and the 0-1. Slow roller down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit, so he delivers with 2 away, and the bottom of the 5th marches on.
Now batting, the shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Ready once again, Miguel Rojas. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
1-0 the count. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. A bouncer to the left side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Hey, sometimes you just got to tip your cap right there. You execute a nice pitch down in the zone, think you're going to get a ground ball or a swing and a miss, and you find yourself with a man on first. Got to regroup.
Standing in now, Brian Anderson, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. Hit back up the middle, scooped up. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Marlins can't cash in here, and that ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair. 6th inning coming up, still zip, zip. Ready for another chance? Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Cesar Hernandez.
Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
And now Bryce Harper, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No. Strike two, says the third base umpire. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball. 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Now at the plate, Rhys Hoskins. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So he picks on the first pitch here and is able to extend the inning. So they'll get a 2-out base runner here as we check out the list of the best hitting teams roughly midway through the season. And you can see, in fact, that these guys currently lead the National League in that category and, in fact, lead all of baseball as well. Coming to the plate now, JT Realmuto, 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Well, the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the 3rd out. 1 left for Philadelphia. We are still scoreless. So here's the cleanup hitter, Pedro Alvarez. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Again, he sends it out of play. Still no balls and 2 strikes. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Digging for second is Alvarez. And the Marlins have something cooking. It's a leadoff double.
Oh, this is a great way to start the inning. Now the go-ahead run is on second. A base hit away from coming across. I know it's only the 6th inning, but you'd love to claim the lead right now and let your bullpen carry the load the rest of the way.
Digging in once again, Starlin Castro. And he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
First offering on its way. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. So 1-1. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now batter, number 65.
Into the box now, Gabby Guerrero. A hit in 2 tries so far. He's set and the pitch. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Digging in to try it again, Brian Holiday. No hits and 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there for strike 1.
0-1.
This is line to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Miami. Still no score. Welcome back to South Florida. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. So striding in, Maikel Franco. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit softly on the ground to third. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The batter.
Into the box, Odubel Herrera. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away. Digging in, Andrew McCutchen. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line towards center field. Sierra is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Phillies down on just 4 pitches, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Stepping up to the plate, Magneuris Sierra. He'll be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody puts something together to try to score a run.
Here comes the first pitch. Hard hit ball to short. And that's going to get through into left. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base to lead off the inning.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
Jorge Alfaro will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Pinch hitting for the Marlins, number 38, Jorge Alfaro.
Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. He'll come in here at 263, 11 home runs and 48 driven in. Here comes the 0-1. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Herrera's there. 1 away. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, John Birdie. He singled his last time up.
Birdie.
First pitch on its way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
This is a tough spot here to turn 2 off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively, to make sure you get at least 1 out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second, take that. And if you get it at first, well, that's just an added bonus. But make sure you at least get 1 out in a spot like this.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. The 1-1 home is a fastball down below the knees. Hit on the ground to third. Throw just in time as he was flying down the line that time. Ready now, Miguel Rojas. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. There's a ball into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. The throw into second. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
In there, strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Hernandez will put this one away, and the side is retired. Marlins get 1 here on a couple of hits. 8th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 1 and the Phillies 0.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher set to take over now. It's the right-hander Sergio Romo that gets the call.
Sergio Romo.
Nick Williams will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Nick Williams.
And, I'm not sure you can get fooled worse than that. It's 0-1. That average for him sitting at .345. 4 home runs and 14 driven in. Now look out as that pitch sends him tumbling to the ground.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Castro at second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Here's a look at the final line for the Marlins starting pitcher. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Matty V, what a nice performance in this one. 7 shutout innings. Watching from the dugout now. Hard to believe that he could pitch any better than he did through the first 7 innings.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Billy Newhouser. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
Step out of the box and wash that one off, because that was an ugly swing.
0-1 count, and the pitch. Soft grounder left side. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Next for Philadelphia.
Digging in now, Cesar Hernandez.
Cesar Hernandez.
From the stretch. Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores it. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Standing in, Bryce Harper. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Oh, and just a miserable effort there. It's 0-1.
Hey, he gets a pass right there for that ugly swing. He's been having a monster season. Take a step out of the box, regroup. He'll get right back in this AB.
And this one's in the dirt. The throw will go to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. The tag's there, and he's out trying to steal third. Great throw. Phillies go down quietly there. It remains 1-0. David Robertson is called upon, and it's not for his usual role. Just hoping to keep the deficit at 1 here.
Robertson.
In now is Pedro Alvarez. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Inside, ball
That just misses off the inside for ball 1. The 1-0 is in off the plate.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And it's gone. Solo home run for Pedro Alvarez. Home run number 9 on the year, and the Marlins have taken a 2-0 lead.
And everyone in the home dugout just seemed to breathe a little easier. They're up 2 and only need 3 outs in their bullpen to wrap up the W. It's always nice to work with a little extra wiggle room.
Second baseman, Starlin.
Stepping in now, Starlin Castro. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. A handful of plate appearances, and he's gone 4 for 6. Down the third baseline. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I'd bet he'd like to have that one over. Up next from Miami, Gabby Guerrero. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
2-0 now. Two balls and a strike. Castro gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Base hit into right center. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
The catcher, number 28.
Boy, is that a thing of beauty right there. Hit and run to perfection, Dero. Runners at first and third.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're trying to do. You don't see it in today's game too much. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of walks, homers, and strikeouts. But right there, manager sets it in motion, and the hitter just executes to perfection.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he lays off there. 1-0.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
One 1-0 count. Here it is. Swing and a liner into right center. That's going to be a base hit. Trotting in to score is the runner from third, and that'll force the lead up to 3 here in the 8th.
Hey, D'Lo, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. McCutchen has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he might have thought about it at third, but with one away, decides not to risk it. JT Riddle will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
10, JT Riddle.
Fouled off. Still only 1 out in the inning. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Flipped out the other way towards short. And that'll bring home another as they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now.
Now batting.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go John Birdie. Couple of singles for him and 4 trips for him this afternoon. He's set. Here it comes. And a ball. 1-0. 3 runs already home here. Hit in the air down the right field line. On the move is Harper, and no one will track it down. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Miguel Rojas. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. He's 0 for 7. Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will land untouched. Robertson pauses. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. Hopped up. Newhouser is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. 1 error and 2 left. We've played 8 full. It's the Marlins 4 and the Phillies nothing. Marlene Garcia comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
66. Marlins
Stepping in, Bryce Harper, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And a great start to the 9th as this ought to be extra bases. And the Phillies are able to get things started with a leadoff double. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3 hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Rhys Hoskins. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Guerrero coming on. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
Oh, man, that's a total brain cramp out there on the bases. He might have thought it was going to get down, but you've got to be sure. Instead, they double him off, and that really changes this inning.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Now this crowd of just over 21,000 are on their feet. Philly down to their last strike. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Castro's got it. Throw to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Marlins have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Good job there to slam the door for the win, and they finished the month with a bang, just the way you want to.
4-0 the score this afternoon. The Miami Marlins jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Jose Arena earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Nick Pivetta is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First, for the victorious Miami Marlins. 4 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 33 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely. Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins totaled 11 hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-0. Heading into the day, the Marlins are in last place in the NL East, while the Phillies are atop the division. Daniel Norris was victorious for the 5th time this season as the Tigers pushed past the Nationals 2-1. As of right now, the Tigers are in 4th place in the AL Central, while the Nationals are in 2nd place in the NL East. Josh Donaldson totaled 3 hits while driving in 4, helping lead the Braves to a win over the Mets 4-3. In the standings, the Mets sit in 4th place in the National League East Division, and the Braves are 3rd in the division. The Chicago Cubs racked up 11 hits as a team as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 9-3. As of today, the Reds are in 3rd place in the NL Central, while the Cubs are 3rd in the division. The Milwaukee Brewers completed a 3-game series sweep as they sank the visiting Buccos 12-6. At the start of the day, the Brewers sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division, while the Pirates are atop the division. The Los Angeles Dodgers completed the long 4-game sweep as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 4-0. They are on a roll with 8 straight victories. Heading into the day, the Rockies are in 3rd place in the NL West, and the Dodgers are atop the division. The San Diego Padres continued to beat teams now with 11 straight victories as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 4-2. As of right now, the Padres are in 2nd place in the NL West, and the Cardinals sit in 2nd place in the National League Central. Evan Longoria was a major force at the plate, driving in 4 as the Giants beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. As of today, the Giants are in 4th place in the NL West, while the Diamondbacks are at the bottom of the division. The New York Yankees finished off a 2-game sweep as they took down the Red Sox on the road 12-0. Entering the day's action, the Red Sox are atop the American League East Division, and the Yankees are 2nd in the division. Nomar Mazara had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate as the Rangers downed the Rays 11-4. At the start of the day, the Rays sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division, and the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division. Danny Duffy grabbed win number 6 on the year as Kansas City took care of the Blue Jays 4-2. As of right now, the Blue Jays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, and the Royals sit in last place in the American League Central Division. The Cleveland Indians finished off a 3-game sweep as they blew out Baltimore 11-3. Heading into the day, the Orioles sit in last place in the American League East Division, while the Indians are in 2nd place in the AL Central. The Minnesota Twins allowed only 5 hits in the game as they dismantled the White Sox 10-3. In the standings, the White Sox sit in 3rd place in the American League Central, while the Twins are atop the division. Sean Manaea grabbed win number 9 this year as Oakland pushed past the Angels 3-1. His ERA is currently in the top 5 in the American League. Entering the day's action, the Angels sit in 2nd place in the American League West, while the Athletics are 3rd in the division. The Astros swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Mariners 6-2. As of right now, the Astros are in 1st place in the AL West, and the Mariners are 4th in the division. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.